Before the rooster, before dawn, before breakfast, in front of the old Siyamand cinema, within sight of the citadel, Najat Hassali, known as Mama Najat, begins to open his tea shop galen. He has prepared breakfast for 65 mentally ill men, some with severe psychiatric disabilities. The average Kurd would not go into the shop. Men with torn and soiled clothing laugh for absolutely no reason while eating apples. Sometimes they throw their cores at female journalists wearing t-shirts and jeans. Sometimes these same women are taken back to their cars and the doors are locked when it is surrounded. But they are only curious. The interview will have to take place in the same car. You will not be comfortable in my shop. When I was 16, I used to sell tickets to people who came to see movies in the Siyamand cinema. Years later, I bought the tea shop across the road. I purchased a television and a video player and used to show them films to my clients. All sorts of people came, even the crazy ones. I gave food to the poor and cared for them. Some are still with me today, and some have died. I used to show old, mostly Indian films with meaning. In 1994, when the situation was very unstable politically and economically, I would usually arrive to 40 men standing outside of my shop. When I sleep at home, my mind is still with them. I wonder where each of them is spending the night, and if it rains, I worry if they are cold, and if they have shelter. I ask myself, is someone hurting them? These thoughts and questions haunt me all night, until I see them in the morning. I know that Jamal has spent the last few nights in alleyways. The asylum discharged him, because he can no longer be controlled. Mama Najat is thankful for his life, but he barely has enough money to care for his 12 children. I can't provide shelter for 60 men, but I do have a room in the back where they can stay if they need to. My door is always open to those labeled crazy, and Jamal is one of these men. He used to be a teacher, but now his psychological instability has reached such a state that he cannot talk. He has stomach problems and his teeth hurt. Mama Najat has paid for his medication in one operation, but his condition now requires another procedure. They sometimes call me Baba, Father. I purchase some clothing and make sure they throw out their old clothes. I take some of them to the public baths to shower. Many people have come here before. They write articles, they take pictures, and then they forget us. They promise to help, but never do. He receives no funds, support, or aid from the government. Half of what I make in the tea shop I spend on the men I look after, and the other half goes to my 12 children. I have 5 daughters and 7 sons. What troubles him the most is when his men's feelings are hurt. People tease them, pick on them, and they get hurt. I do not have the time to follow all of them. People call them crazy, but they are not. Saddam's fucking regime made them like this. Some of these men were educated and had families. Some were policemen and teachers, but they were taken away and tortured. My children often remind me of the gravity of the situation I place myself in. If one of these men is hurt or dies, I will be responsible for them. But I can't let them go. They are already on the streets. I have one man who gets very angry when his food is late. He throws things. Once he even hurt me, but I cannot blame him. Sometimes Hattie sits and yodels or sings from old songs. I cry. I like it when he sings. He has a lovely voice. This house safe. I thought it a companion, but it is transforming and so am I. I thought my heart sunnier, but now it is a nightmare, dungeon and foggy. My windows are widening, my front door is a mosaic of teeth. I cannot serve them here, I cannot save them anymore. My front room has grown into lungs. My roof is a cracking rib cage. My house is coughing blood onto the citadel over Ahmed Sharaf al-Din's hands. Children's faces sewn into rugs cry as they look down upon me. My TV set is a drunken goat. My videotapes are unwinding into the mouths of the patrons. Visitors sit at their tables surrounded by a moat of urine. Corpses have all been stacked by the pool table and are being painted by dwarves. All of my light bulbs have flickering tongues and move about within miniature tempests of flies. My posters have all been torn down, the bare walls are all pellucid veins. I can see teeth flowing within them. The ceiling's fans blades are the limbs of a newborn boy. His mottled face in the center sprints and smiles and smiles. This room used to be simple, it was groomed to be so, just a room to protect. I crawl under the pool table, curl into a tight ball. I rock, I worry. What will become of my men when I die? Will the house turn on them as it has on me tonight? I'm gonna drag my knuckles on the floor until the bone moon appears. Where are my children? All my men are on the streets. They've forgotten their shoes.